Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dugout. I'm joined once again by Shashwat, Harshit and obviously Nikhil Nas from Dubai. We're just a sleep away from the all-important India versus Australia Champions Trophy semi-final. But before we get to it, all the discussion surrounding it, the different aspects, what could be the possible combination for India, how can probably Australia trouble India, or can they even counter the Indian spin attack? What's really happening in the world of cricket and sports?
So much has been happening since morning.
Tell our viewers, na?
Firstly, the day started, I think, with the Rohit Sharma controversy. All of that happened, and then we saw Ajinkya Rahane being named the captain of the Kolkata Knight Riders. And the IPL mood has already started to begin.
Good move by KKR.
Yeah, it had
Why?
to be. I told you that day also. I don't know why you guys were seeming so amazed by what I was saying that day, that it's going to be Ajinkya Rahane who's going to be the captain. But I think the writing was on the wall since I think even before the SMAT, when they actually signed Ajinkya Rahane, I think that was the only option they had. Venkatesh Iyer was being speculated because he was paid so much money. But I think they paid him so much money because of the utilization of Venkatesh Iyer. I don't think he was ever the captaincy choice in that sense. It was always supposed to be Ajinkya Rahane, because you guys asked that day that will he be playing all the games. Then yes, of course he's going to be playing all the games, because last year it was Sunil Narayan who opened for Kolkata Knight Riders, and that was a plan by Gautam Gambhir. There is no Gautam Gambhir this time, so they anyways needed an opener, and that opener was going to be Ajinkya Rahane, and that is why he was a sure shot to play all the games, and that is why he was also named the captain. Plus what he did during the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, I think that just made his case even more stronger. The kind of innings that he played, he had a strike rate of above 170, so it was very, very clear that it's going to be Ajinkya Rahane. Venkatesh Iyer, if he had to be the captain, then I think we would have gotten the signs of that, but there were no signs of Venkatesh Iyer getting the opportunity though. Like reports is what I mean, to be clear.
So one of the things that I wanted to ask you also, Shashwat, regarding Venkatesh Iyer and obviously Ajinkya Rahane too. If I think seen in case of Ajinkya, that if he was that sure of a choice that KKR wanted as the new skipper, why was he bought last in the auction? It should have been purchased very earlier. You didn't really have to go into the acceleration round for it.
Yeah, I think that was the only hole remaining in KKR's lineup. They were still searching for options as far as captaincy was concerned. But as soon as they bought him, because there was no other option to buy Ajinkya Rahane at that point. They would see, again, we didn't know about his T20 form at that point. Syed Mushtaq Ali had just started, I think just one day prior to the auction is when the Syed Mushtaq Ali started. And then I think that was the only reason they bought in Ajinkya Rahane, because they were still finding for captaincy options in that auction, I remember. So that is why he came in the third round of the accelerated auction, and then he was got. And I think they were the only team who did not have a captaincy option. Venkatesh Iyer does not even have captaincy credentials as far as domestic cricket is also.
He led Madhya Pradesh to the final of Syed Mushtaq Ali tournament.
Last time.
That was this season only, 2024-25.
This season, it was Rajat Patidar.
Oh yeah, it was Rajat Patidar. Yeah, previous season. Yeah.
So Venkatesh Iyer does not have in that sense captaincy exposure. It was Rajat Patidar, and that's why he's been named the captain of RCB as well. But Ajinkya Rahane, the kind of captaincy he did for Mumbai as well in the longest, and just by the way,
but he wasn't.
He wasn't the captain of the.
So how does that explain not the captain of the side?
Over there they had Shreyas Iyer, and Shreyas Iyer has won you an IPL. When you have choice between Shreyas Iyer and Ajinkya Rahane, you'll obviously go with Shreyas Iyer. So Mumbai had Shreyas Iyer. That's why they made Shreyas Iyer the captain of their for the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. But Ajinkya Rahane, we know how much he's capable as a captain. So that's why I wasn't even surprised, to be honest.
Ability as a captain for Ajinkya, yes, in the longest format, I have no doubts about. In the shortest, though, I wonder if this is a long-term solution for KKR. Is he a 3-year captain? I have my doubts around Ajinkya being a 3-year solution for a franchise.
Why? He's just 32, 33.
Ajinkya Rahane is 36.
36.
Yeah, there's a massive difference between 32 and 36.
3 years he'll still play.
I'm not sure if Ajinkya Rahane, again, I still had my doubts prior to this announcement whether he will be starting every game for you, because the kind of liking we saw for a Venkatesh Iyer in the auction from KKR gave you all signs that that is the player they desperately wanted, and not Ajinkya Rahane. just that yes, they had Ajinkya, and we know Ajinkya propelled himself to the Indian team by at the back of a good IPL season a couple of years back, and you played him in the WTC final after that. But besides that, I still have my doubts if this has been the right move from KKR.
You don't see him playing for 3 years.
I don't see him playing for
Same,
3 years.
same.
And you've named vice captain
Venkatesh.
You've gone ahead with Venkatesh as your vice captain. Maybe the idea could be that after one season, we let him be around. He gets into those slip cordons. He's always there close to the bowler. That's what you see with Indian team as well. Shubman Gill's often found at mid on, mid off, so that he's in the ear of the bowler. Maybe you'll see those things from Venkatesh this time, being more involved, and possibly sometime next year or the year after that, because I'm trying to put cricketing logic here, and I don't see Ajinkya Rahane being a 3-year solution, and I don't even have to pay much in case even if I have to keep him on the bench for a couple of seasons after that.
Okay. Moving to, I think, Nikhil. Nikhil, hi. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I've been hearing you.
Okay, perfect. So, just 19 hours away, before we get to witness
some
the
of these
India.
Ajinkya Rahane
Yeah, you can maybe, share your thoughts about Ajinkya Rahane's appointment as KKR captain first.
No, I'm surprised. I pulled out my old tweet on the day that he was bought by KKR. I said at the time that KKR have found their captain. I got some abuse for it, so that's why I pulled that tweet out and retweeted it today. So there you have it. He was the only captaincy option. And my point is, sometimes we make this mistake of looking too far ahead. He's been an outstanding captain. In fact, if you speak to people in the Mumbai cricketing circles, they tell you how good a captain he is. If you look at him as captain in Mumbai cricket as well, outstanding for Indian team. You've obviously seen that. So as a cricketing mind, as a captain, he's outstanding. And if I've got him, I'm going to utilize that, whether it's the red ball format, white ball format, whatever it is, I'm going to utilize that. So, I think if I was KKR, I would have gone with him. I'm glad that they have. What happens 2-3 years later, we'll see. But at least, win one or two titles, at least you're looking at that and then take it from there.
Okay. I think let's move on to the India versus Australia semi-final now. I think we can probably begin with the Rohit Sharma's press conference, wherein he has indicated that India would likely stick with the four spinner theory even for the semi-final against Australia. So Nikhil, still a right move, or would you have fancied a certain Arshdeep Singh or a Harshit Rana in place of maybe a spinner in the 11?
That's an interesting one. I'll tell you, we just finished the interview with Mr. Gavaskar, and that's going to be up on Sports Day very shortly. But if you ask my personal opinion, I agree that it was a fantastic decision to play four spinners in the game versus New Zealand, and it's worked really well. But in the semi-final, I'd be tempted to go back to three fast bowlers, and I'll tell you why. See, there are two different kinds of pitches that we've seen in Dubai. One very tacky, gripping, turning, slowish off the surface, very tough to score runs on. And those are the pitches that we saw in the two games, India versus Bangladesh, India versus New Zealand. Now, on those pitches, if you play four spinners, good idea. But what I'm picking up from here in Dubai is that the pitch for the semi-final is going to be the center strip, the one that was used for the Pakistan match. And that pitch was very good to bat on. Pakistan underperformed, got a below par total. India, of course, chased it down with consummate ease. But versus Australia, on that good pitch, I'd be tempted to go with three fast bowlers and not four spinners, just on that surface. Had it been that slow surface, now the question is, if I go in with on a good batting pitch, if I go in with three spinners, who am I going to drop? And that's going to be a very tough one. And as much as it's going to sound awkward, and I'm a huge fan of Kuldeep, I like to play him, but I may be tempted to drop a Kuldeep for a Varun Chakravarti. One, because Varun Chakravarti's form of his life, picking up a lot of wickets. Kuldeep, Australia knows, they've played against, and because Varun it'll come in as a bit of a surprise. And this is Varun 2.0 with that slight difference. I can't afford to drop my all-rounders because I need that batting push. And as you've seen in certain games here already, whether it's AXAR or whether it's Jadeja, and Jadeja bowling also rather well. So I would be tempted to let that one spinner go, and I might just do a left field selection bring in and I know that Kuldeep was very good against Pakistan, but I'm just looking at opposition. We knew that Kuldeep will do very well against Pakistan. And with that in mind, I may be tempted to go with a Varun for Australia, because I think Australia can handle Kuldeep slightly better now in the present day circumstances. So with that in mind, I may make that change and go in with three fast bowlers. That would be my team. But you're right. I think what Rohit Sharma has predicted, probably after the success that they got versus New Zealand, they may still stick with four spinners. I don't think that is going to be really a massive debate as such. Like, as I said, I'd rather go with three fast bowlers. But if they were to go with four spinners, it's not going to be a game changer, or it's not going to be a deal breaker in that sense. I think the Indian team still go in as the favourites, but just a personal preference would be three fast bowlers on a flatter surface.
I think one of the, even it's a +1 from my end, to be honest, because I am also tempted to go in with just three spinners and three fast bowlers here. But for me personally, I would want to play Arshdeep Singh ahead of Harshit Rana. I think it's basically relating to the history here, because Travis Head usually struggles against left-arm pace bowlers. We talk about Mitchell Starc, who's obviously his own countryman. We talk about the Big Bash League or the Sheffield Shield matches. Starc has been the one who has obviously troubled Travis Head a lot. And if we go by the recent stats also, Head does struggle against those incoming deliveries from a left-handed pace bowler. So just to make sure that maybe someone like a Arshdeep Singh can get rid of Travis Head, because he is also now known to swing it both ways. I would be tempted to include Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Shami, Varun Chakravarti ahead of Kuldeep Yadav. A hard decision, but I think you would want to do it, because Varun Chakravarti is more of an unknown commodity for the Australian batters. Then you have your two spinning all-rounders, Akshar Jadeja and Hardik Pandya as the third seamer.
Just two.
I'll also, just to add on that, I don't mind Arshdeep coming in for Harshit. Even I would go with that. Just that three fast bowlers and three spinners. And I agree, Arshdeep he's troubled Head as well, or left-arm pacers have troubled Head, as you just pointed out. So yeah, I was of the opinion of going with Arshdeep ahead of Harshit to begin with. But if they can do it now, yeah, that'd be a great choice.
Just two things, sir. I'd want to ask you and Gulati, sir, both of you, when you're sort of going in with three fast bowlers. The Indian team, see, till now in the first two games against Bangladesh and Pakistan, we saw that the Indian team was struggling to pick wickets in the middle overs. But as soon as we saw Varun Chakravarti come in, we saw that problem was sorted, because Varun and Kuldeep in tandem in the middle overs looked like a very good combination for the Indian team. The Indian team has now, I think, better late than never, has realized that maybe the obsession for batting so much is not the right way to go about it. That yeah, it's okay to play two all-rounders, but then when you're playing a full-time bowler in Harshit Rana, it's better to have a wicket-taking option rather than going with somebody who can bat, who can also contribute with the bat. So wouldn't you want to, remove an all-rounder to adjust another fast bowler? Just keeping in mind that middle over phase, we saw even yesterday Mitchell Santner also pointed this out in the post-match presentation, where he said that the Indian team was much better as far with the ball in the middle overs. That's where they actually restricted us in that sense. They didn't let us score in the middle overs. So just keeping that in mind, that how important the middle overs are going to be. Wouldn't you want both Kuldeep and Varun to bowl in the middle overs, and then you can adjust a fast bowler in the middle in place of an all-rounder, so that you have those many wicket-taking options, and then you'll have three wicket-taking options, four in that sense, and then you bat till number 7. And I think till number 7, it's not a bad idea to bat till number 7.
No, a few things. I don't think Harshit was firstly put out of the 11 because of that, he has batting abilities or such. I think till 8 you had batting, and I think India made it very clear they want batting till 8. Yes, Harshit is a big hitter of the ball, but that's, coming at number 9, 10. So that's not really a issue as such. So it's not that his batting is the one that really kept him in the 11. I think they really believed in the fact that he can bowl hit the deck with the new ball, hit the deck bowler. That's why they want to go with him. So but batting is sorted till number 8. And I don't think they're going to compromise for that. I don't think one of the all-rounders, you spoke about two all-rounders, actually India are playing with three all-rounders, two spin bowling all-rounders, the third is of course Hardik Pandya. I don't think they're going to compromise on that formula. You've seen it in this game as well. In fact, the last game you saw You needed all your batting resources to come good to put you to a total which proved to be a match-winning total. So I doubt that the Indian team is going to do that. So batting till 8 is non-negotiable. I don't see a change there. That's not happening. Now to the wickets in middle over. My point is, I do not agree with that thing as well. I pointed out earlier. Where did the issue of middle over wickets even come? In England, you won the entire series picking up wickets in the middle over. Let's get to this game as well. It's only that Bangladesh game where you did not pick up wickets. That too because they went into a shell. See, if I decide, and same with the Pakistan game, if I decide to bat at 3 and over, then I'm not giving anybody a chance to bat. Look at the New Zealand game. Then you can even point out that New Zealand also built a partnership in the middle. When did they start losing wickets? Is when they had to accelerate. When they realized the required rate had gone 6+ and over, and you tried to accelerate, that's where you started losing wicket. Take India's example as well. When they lost the first few wickets, and then you had that partnership in the middle, Akshar Patel and Shreyas Iyer, they played, below par sort of a thing, below run a ball. New Zealand could not pick up wickets in the middle. So I think it is all dependent on the approach of the batters. As soon as you try and accelerate, that's when you lose wickets, and it's not so much that the middle over thing is a problem. In fact, middle over versus Pakistan, as soon as they started to accelerate, before the death over started, Kuldeep picked up those wickets in the middle over. In the England series, they were picking. So again, as I said, the issue is not middle overs wicket as such. It is the approach of the opposition batter that is really dictating whether you come up with wickets or not. If opposition batters start taking risks in the middle, you will see them lose a lot of wickets too. And that happened yesterday as well. So, I mean, again, I don't see that as an issue. Is Ravindra Jadeja enough for me to pick wickets? Yeah. In fact, some of the most unplayable deliveries yesterday, which Varun Chakravarti accepted. Yeah. Varun Chakravarti post-match said that the reason he picked up a lot of wickets is because of the pressure on the other side. Because the batters could not score against Akshar or Kuldeep. I think Akshar in the first 4 overs had given away just 9 runs. So he said because the batters weren't scoring against an Akshar or a Kuldeep or then later Jadeja, that's how he ended up getting a lot of wickets as well. So it was the pressure from the other end which actually helped you. I think the 2 most unplayable deliveries of the game were bowled by Ravi Jadeja. He doesn't have wickets to show, but he bamboozled a set Kane Williamson when he was batting, I think 60, 70 odd.
Yeah.
So that ball that gripped and spun. So Akshar may have picked up the wicket. The doubt created was by a Jadeja. So I think overall your bowlers are competent enough. See, one will do the choking job, one will pick wickets. Their job as a team will be to ensure the opposition puts a below par total, and I think they have that. So with 3 fast bowlers, 3 spinners also, they'll be able to do it as they did in the first 2 games. Whether they go with 4 spinners or 2 fast bowlers, they'll be able to do it. But in all of this, I think, we'll talk about India's strategy, but I think in all of this, it'll all eventually boil down on one man. His name is Travis Head. If he wakes up, then you can have whatever bowling combination, whatever it's saying. It's another thing. If he decides to sleep, take a nap, then you can play whatever bowling combination, you'll be better suited.
So, but the problem of the middle overs hasn't creeped up till now, maybe because the quality of the opposition as far as batters were concerned wasn't that much. The wickets weren't being taken, but yeah, runs were being contained. But as soon as you have a stronger middle order in the form of Australia, yesterday there was New Zealand, but there you had Kuldeep and Varun. But as soon as you have a New Zealand where you have Glenn Phillips, Bracewell, Darren Mitchell for that matter in the middle overs, maybe they might, because till now you haven't picked wickets, those many wickets in the middle overs, but they might also accelerate in that middle phase. And as far as Jadeja is concerned, I totally agree that his ball was really gripping and spinning yesterday. He bowled really great balls, but I just go back to one
message kar dunga abhi show pe.
I just go back to one thing that I remember when Sunny Ji on our show only way back once said that the bowlers are looking unplayable, but the balls aren't hitting the wickets and the balls are going away. It looks like the ball is spinning and swinging a lot, but still the wickets aren't coming. So don't you think that's the same case with Jadeja? Jadeja is known that he doesn't spin the ball much, he bowls wicket to wicket. But on these wickets where there is so much help, you're seeing Jadeja actually turn the ball a lot. So isn't it like that when the ball is turning so much, the actual key to pick wickets is to bowl the straight ones, which we saw AXAR Patel did, but Jadeja did not do that. Even Varun Chakravarti, it wasn't that Varun Chakravarti was spinning the ball way too much, it was spinning less only. But with Jadeja, maybe the reason why he's not able to pick wickets is this, that he's turning it way too much.
Yeah, possible. But then Jadeja is known to be the bowler, right, who throws in the darts. But he's turning. There are certain deliveries that don't turn as well, which is why the one that turned really surprised him. But I mean, again, those are just minor details in the whole contest. I think none of this is going to decide the game, whether he turns it a bit more or turns it less. I think what's going to decide is, as I said, whether Travis Head wakes up if he has a good game, whether Steve Smith, Manas Labuschagne, the two batters, in tricky pitches, they always stand up. One of them gets 100, Australia get to a good total. I think all of that is going to be a major role. And I think the big headache for India would be overall Australia batting. Today they'll be sitting and planning against all of that, because if you look at Australia's bowling, I don't think that inspires much confidence. If you're an Indian batter, Spencer Johnson or Ben Dwarish or you've got Nathan Ellis, I don't think that instills fear in the minds of the Indian batter. They came with effectively one spinner and Adam Zampa, and I think he's going to be the key, because he tends to do very well against India and has a very good, fine white ball record. But I think they had two off spinners, Matthew Short and Maxwell. Though
Matthew Short is ruled out actually. He's not going to play tomorrow.
I said they had.
They had. I
know. I said they had two off spinners in Maxwell and Matthew Short. But interestingly, just on the eve of the game, because I was looking at that team and I was like, two off spinners, India is going to have a time of their life. And what happened on the eve of the game? One off spinner is mysteriously injured, and a left-arm spinner, Cooper Connolly, I think he's coming. So suddenly a left-arm spinner comes, that changes the complexion. So, side strains and all are not restricted to the Indian team. The opposition also looks at that, because I thought they were ill-prepared for these conditions, and suddenly a left-arm spinner comes because they realized they needed one in this game.
Okay. I think
21-year-old, I think all of 3-4 matches that he's played, if I'm not wrong.
Recently made his test debut.
Yeah. Does he straight away make it to the 11?
I think it's possible. Yeah.
They'll need a spinner, boss. Say they only have Adam Zampa.
They have Tanveer
Sangha. They have a Tanveer Sangha. Yes. Yeah, they have a Tanveer Sangha.
So they'll have the spin of Maxwell. They'll have the spin of Head. They'll have the spin of Zampa. But given what happened in Dubai yesterday, maybe they also would be tempted. A straight swap. If you're looking for a straight swap, then yes, maybe Connor Cooper does end up coming into the 11. But if you want to go the way India are going, then they have a Tanveer Sangha they can turn to as well.
Yeah, turn to both as well.
Yeah, it's possible. I think one of Spencer Johnson or Ben Dwarish might be left out. I think it depends. What happens. But I think moving on to another talking point of I think Rohit Sharma's press conference is AXAR Patel. So he basically said that AXAR Patel was given that clarity ahead of the England ODIs that you're going to bat at number 5 irrespective of what happens. So now first of all,
what happened in the third ODI?
KL, it was a dead rubber. So maybe, they just, promoted KL back to his position. But then, as much as it is good for, AXAR Patel batting at number 5, you trust his batting credentials a lot more. Plus, you need a left-handed batter at that particular position. What do you think, what basically that does to the career of ODI, of KL Rahul here?
This is, it's counterproductive if you ask me, or it leaves you in the same place. You're trying to get, by giving more time to an AXAR Patel, you think you're able to, and he said, Rohit Sharma, that he's been able to do justice and he's improved his batting, AXAR Patel. Now, if you think by promoting an AXAR Patel to number 5, you're able to get a little more out of him, you're damaging yourself by not getting whatever you were getting from a KL Rahul at number 5. So, all in all, it leaves you in the same place. I don't quite understand. Somewhere, it's not been said by the Indian team yet. I just have a strong feeling this has to do with the left-hand, right-hand combination that's built up to be this gigantic figure in the head of the Indian team, that they want to do it. But otherwise, you had no reason from what you saw in the World Cup to shift to KL Rahul. And again, the world will get another opportunity. You will zero in on 1 series, 2 series. You'll say, okay, these have been the returns. But nobody will talk about the fact that from an unneeded circumstance, you shifted somebody by 1 position and then you're throwing numbers around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let me throw in a theory, and all of you can tell me if you agree with it or you don't agree with it. You reckon KL Rahul is a guaranteed starter in this team, primarily because he's such a good team man that he's okay to bat at 6, whereas Rishabh Pant would not really readily agree to bat at 6, and that's why, without any debate, dispute, KL Rahul gets into that 11 because he's a team man. You would want to bat an Akshar Patel, maybe higher, and that means you keep changing KL Rahul's batting order and he gets pushed down, and he's okay with it. Maybe a Rishabh Pant might not be okay with it. So let's go with a team man who's flexible in his decision making. Could that be the reason? Because see, nothing against KL's batting, his record has been outstanding, and these pitches aren't really great to get a lot of runs, especially if you're batting lower down the order. Even someone like Hardik Pandya was a very good stroke maker, was struggling to really up the tempo. So it is tough, I agree, batting here. But his keeping, he's missed a few chances. You could have been tempted to go with a regular wicketkeeper, but you may not want to take that risk because the team man that KL is, he'll agree to bat anywhere.
Isn't? Do you think it's because he agrees and he's a team man, that's why he's getting he's being picked, or do you think maybe he doesn't
I'm
have
asking.
that? No, maybe he doesn't have the bargaining chip to actually take a stand and
You
say
tell
that
me.
I am able to. No, I think
You
he
tell
doesn't. I think he doesn't have that bargaining chip at this point of time that he can choose where he can bat, and I think that's a reason why he's there, and he's definitely in the team because of the kind of World Cup he had and his ODI records as well. But again, he doesn't have that option of going choosing to where I can actually bat. And but what this also shows is, I personally feel that he should be batting at number 5. But what this also shows is that in a way the team has more confidence in an Akshar Patel's batting rather than a KL Rahul, because he's batting up the order more than the left right. I do agree, the lefty thing is the left right combination thing is a theory why this idea would have come up, but you would not be sending any left-hander ahead of a KL Rahul. If there wasn't much to pick between the two as far as batting is concerned, only then can you be taking this decision. So all of these things combined, I think that's why. And KL Rahul knows that if at this point he keeps his foot down and says that I'm not going to bat at number 6, he would be out of the 11 first and then very soon out of the 15 as well.
Okay.
That's the question I had. That is the question I had. You've answered it. Okay.
Okay. I don't believe in this theory that Rishabh Pant wouldn't agree to bat at number 6. I don't think Rishabh Pant is that kind of a cricketer, and I can only say this with some confidence after hearing whatever press conferences that he has given or any of the interviews that he has given after being named the player of the match or being the captain of Delhi-based IPL franchise here, Delhi Capitals. I don't think Rishabh Pant would say no to batting at 6. The only reason why KL Rahul has been pushed down to number 6, I think it's because of the cricketing logic that would have been explained to KL Rahul that, listen boss, we want a left-handed batter at number 5 so as to make sure that there is some kind of a left-right combination going on in the middle overs. Akshar Patel is playing spin very well. There's Shreyas Iyer at number 4K. Obviously, Virat Kohli is at number 3. So whoever is batting in the middle overs, one thing is for sure that we would need a left-handed batter who can counter the spinners well, and that's where Akshar Patel has been given the promotion. As far as KL Rahul is concerned, I think he cannot really be left out of this ODI side. It's as simple as that. Terrific record, has been one of India's best ODI batters since 2023. So for him, I think the only reason he's batting at number 6 is because it's a cricketing logic. But personally, I would still want him to bat at number 5.
Okay, I have a question for that. If you're so obsessed with left-handers, why aren't we going with a left-hand, right-hand combination as opener? Why is Yashasvi Jaiswal not playing ahead of Shubman Gill? And if you're going to say that, listen, because Shubman has a great ODI record, so why pick something that's not broken? I agree with you. He does. And that's the right call. But, well, in that case, then KL also has been outstanding in ODI cricket, right? At number 5. So why fix that? So my only question is, if lefty is what we want, why don't get a lefty in the top order? Yeah. Number 3, now you can push Virat at 4 or 5 and play somebody at number 3, or get opener Yashasvi somewhere, get Akshar to bat at 3 or 4, maybe Shreyas. Will that happen? I just want to know.
The problem with that is you can't push the captain out. And the thing is, you look at the other end, it's the vice captain. Now, who do you push out to fit in a Yashasvi? And I don't think the obsession can be big enough, or the cricketing reason, the left hand, right hand cricketing reason can be big enough to ask a Virat Kohli to suddenly start batting somewhere else now. He's batted number 3. That's exactly where he's going to be batting. You can't just say, okay, this theory is going to be the winning theory. This is where we fell short on the 19th of November. Now we do this, and we're going to be winning the Champions Trophy. It can't be like that. That suddenly this, this pudding for success has.
So you think? So you think KL Rahul's vice captaincy has cost him this? Since he used to be vice captain earlier, na? So he was vice captain, he got number 5. Now vice captaincy has gone to Shubman, so he'll continue being opener. Achha, so you're saying vice captaincy is important. That will determine that nobody fidgets with your batting position. Because all I'm saying is that everyone else batting order is always fixed, but KL Rahul will have to adjust, whether he's in form, not in form, whatever.
This is, it's India. India should be, thanking the stars right now that this whole thing hasn't come back to bite them. It was first tried out in the England series, worked out well for you over there. But KL, 2 out of 3 matches didn't give you runs. AXAR as well, not like you got runs from AXAR all 3 matches. I think third match he didn't even get to bat. But otherwise, the day that it doesn't work out for you, maybe conditions are far more or a little more challenging. But for no reason, you've tried this experiment of having a batter from 5 to 6, go from 5 to 6, especially when in a long tournament like the World Cup, he averaged in excess of 70. So I don't know what number the Indian team is also looking for. This is just being misadventurous.
I think.
But I don't think more than the left-right combination. I think that definitely does play a role. But I think more than that, it's also the capability of batting, what the team looks at, how the team is looking at. Because otherwise, if the left-right combination, if it was just down to left-right combination, then you would have gotten a Rishabh Pant in the team. He would have played at 6. You could have pushed Shreyas Iyer at 5 and played AXAR Patel at 4. If the obsession was so much.
The problem is
over here, it's not just the obsession.
Because in
it's also
Rishabh Pant,
the capability of.
In Rishabh Pant, you don't get the kind of numbers that he needs to merit a place in the 11.
That's why I'm saying that's the biggest reason why I'm saying it's not just the left-right combination. It's also how the team is looking at the capability of batting of KL Rahul and AXAR Patel.
That's what I'm saying. This is where team is going wrong, because what else were you expecting from a KL Rahul in what you've seen from him over the last couple of years?
But till now, AXAR Patel
has he left anything to be desired? Anything more to be desired?
No, but even AXAR Patel till now has looked absolutely assured.
Okay. Guys, my time runs out. So before I go, I want to hear one thing, and then you guys can carry on. Two answers I want. For who's winning the semi-final, and who's dismissing Travis Head in the match. 2 things I want to know.
India is winning the semi-final. Varun Chakravarti is dismissing Travis Head for me.
For me also, Varun Chakravarti is dismissing Travis Head, but it's going to be a close contest. 51-49 in favor of India.
Okay, Nikhil, Shivam wants you to answer now.
He's gone.
We've run out of time now with Nikhil.
Okay, but I think coming back to that question of KL Rahul, I think it's maybe the philosophy that they pretty much adopted in the T20I format when they said that the openers are going to be fixed, but 3 to 8 is going to be shuffled across.
But I think it's not being shuffled.
But in ODIs, let me finish. In ODIs, the only thing is that till number 3 or number 4 it's going to be fixed, and from 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 it's going to be flexible. So maybe that's one of the reasons.
5 to 8 is not flexible either.
Nothing is flexible. It's fixed that AXAR is batting at 5 and KL at 6. So that is
no,
fixed.
But then
there have been a couple of occasions in which Hardik Pandya has batted at number 6 also.
You had to finish the game soon. That was just one.
That's what I'm
at number 5.
You just answered it. From 5 to 8 is going to be flexible depending upon the situation.
Flexible means more often than not. This has happened once because you had to finish the match quickly. No, I think that was in the first innings only when I think you had to accelerate the death overs came. So you were batting till the death overs. That's why you sent Hardik Pandya. But apart from that, it's 100. It's almost certain that AXAR bats at 5, and I think it's more than the left-right combination. That definitely is there, but that is the deciding factor. But as far as batters are concerned, maybe the team looks at them at par as far as batting standards is confirmed. Now I don't know if that's right or wrong, but AXAR Patel hasn't disappointed till now.
Yeah, absolutely. No questions about that. I think let's take a couple of comments from our viewers. Okay, I hate Dahi Balla is Shivam. Yeah, in the meantime, you can keep putting in your questions. I hate Dahi Balla had a comment, and it was that Shreyas Iyer, Shubman Gill are scoring, and they should be allowed to play without taking knowing about their fitness, because fielding matters less compared to runs. If not, why only for Rohit, not for all scoring players?
No, I didn't get the question. Iyer Gill are scoring. They should be allowed. Any fitness matters less compared to runs. I honestly cannot understand this.
Yeah, even
I think it's related the comment
It has to do with Rohit's fitness
Yeah,
being
probably.
in
that he's able to
question.
do fitness fine with the kind of like the fitness criteria should be fielding. Maybe that's what he's doing.
okay.
He never sent a normal comment. I've seen always a super set on.
Okay, Kuldeep Sheron has a comment that why are we getting turners in an ICC event? We have been told that in an ICC event there's no say. Last month's, it was swinging everywhere in the IL T20 and now turning from the start. I think I don't really understand, this kind of a comment, to be very honest, by Kuldeep. Dubai, especially in Dubai and UAE, if we take out the 2021 T20 World Cup, the pitch has always had a lot for spinners. So why are we really getting into
Time of the year, I
too
think.
much
Why people are having such thoughts is, I think, from what you saw in the 2021 World Cup, which was the second half of the year.
Also, fast bowlers were pretty good that time. 2021.
That was in October, November.
But yeah,
That's
that
why
time
I'm
also
saying,
fast bowlers were also
keeping
fast
that
bowlers
out.
There. So wicket hasn't turned. Even the IPL that happened over there, I don't remember spinners playing this big a role. I'm not saying that India is doing anything with the pitch. I'm just saying that I have not seen, even in the IPL nor in the
I
last
think that
World Cup,
time
the
though,
spinners had such a big
I think
role.
that time though, because everyone talked about the wickets being tired by then, so I think the slower bowlers did a better job around that time. But yeah, fresher wickets and everyone's just taken by surprise a bit as to how it's keeping slow and low.
Okay, BG has a comment that tells something about the pitch for the semi-final. Will it be a fresh pitch, or will once again they'll be using with a already used pitch? It is going to be a fresh pitch for the semi-final. That's what has been confirmed. And whether that
Will it be the fresh pitch or the pitch that India played Pakistan on?
I think it's going to be a fresh pitch, and that's what even Rohit Sharma said, during the press conference, that all the three matches that they have played, they've been played on different wickets, and for the semi-final, it is going to be a completely different pitch altogether. So that's what at least he has said. Sarat Chandra is asking, panelists want to know a thing that yesterday you said will be the ones who doesn't know the sea of cricket if we win this, and avenge revenge. Then today, why did you include that in your title? It was Siddharth who basically said that.
What?
He basically mentioned about the fact that if India go on to defeat Australia tomorrow, then it's going to be the revenge of the 2023 ODI World Cup final.
No, he wouldn't have said that.
No, he did say that. He said that it's not going to be a
It's not
revenge.
going to be.
You think
Yeah.
that it's going to
Yeah.
be, then you don't know sea of cricket. That's what.
Yeah, it can't be.
Yeah, it can't be.
I
I think
agree
it's
with
just
Siddharth.
about an opinion that that Siddharth has.
Yeah, but I agree with Siddharth. I don't think you're getting any revenge and all
So he's
tomorrow.
asking why is it in the title?
Yeah.
Who gave the title?
We all gave it. Okay. Any more comments? Yeah. Siddharth Nagar has a comment that Shreyas Iyer has already made so many runs. What if it's the law of averages? You never know. I think that law of averages did happen during the 2023 ODI World Cup final too. Most of the batters did not really score.
Managed about 240 runs that day. Yeah.
Yeah. Shanta TB is saying that all Dubai pitches are difficult to bat and even more difficult to chase. Quality of Indian batting made it look easy against Bangladesh and Pakistan. India should bring in Arshdeep in place of Shami. So basically,
I don't think you're moving past Shami.
true.
Not happening.
I think you would need his experience in a big ICC match.
But on that, so you're dropping Kuldeep for tomorrow? How
For
about
me,
you're dropping him, right?
Okay, so for me, 3
Because
spinners.
I think on the eve, I think that's the one big question that Rohit Sharma has
Yeah.
to answer. Whether you're going with the kind of formation that you went in with against New Zealand, or you revert to type and you go to the formation that with which you started the tournament.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 2 seamers, Arshdeep and Shami. For me, who basically go out is, I think, simple. Arshdeep Singh comes in for Kuldeep Yadav. A hard call, but I'll make it.
Why do you want to? You also want to bat till 8. You want to?
Yeah,
bat till
absolutely. Batting has to be there till 8. I think that basically gives you the question.
See, we haven't seen too many runs in Dubai, so why do you want to bat till 8?
I think the only reason why I would be tempted to have an Arshdeep Singh, first of all, he's going to be fresh and ready for this match.
No,
Secondly,
even I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'm asking that why would you want to go with him instead of another bowler? Why not an all-rounder? Is what I'm asking.
I think batting till 8 is fine. Why? I think if
But
the
bowling with just 2, then if you're dropping Kuldeep, then you have just 1 wicket. You have then you have Varun Chakravarti, Shami as your wicket takers. And
what
others are
about
all-rounders.
Akshar Patel and
They
Hardik
haven't picked
Pandya?
wickets till now.
No, they
Akshar
haven't picked
Patel
two.
and Hardik Pandya have.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
in
saying.
the middle order overs, then again you'll be found wanting. is
Yeah,
what I'm
obviously, but if you talk about Hardik Pandya, he has also chipped in with an important wicket or 2. Let's
top,
talk about
up
Rachin
top,
Ravindra. Yeah, up top for that
Yeah.
matter.
Middle overs, I'm asking.
I think middle overs for me, Varun Chakravarti and Akshar Patel is still fine. See, it's not really.
What's Jadeja's role in this team?
It's not really important to
He's
just
not
get
picking
wickets.
Then what is his role?
Containing is also an important job.
Containing is no job over here. What I feel. If you how many bowlers are you going to have?
I strongly
Okay,
disagree.
Varun
with that.
Chakra. Okay. What is the comment that Varun Chakravarti? What is the comment that Varun Chakravarti made?
Stopping runs from the other end, but Jadeja and Akshar Patel haven't been stopping runs. It was Kuldeep who was stopping most of the runs.
Jadeja finished with 8 overs, 36
in
runs,
the
1
previous-
wicket.
Against Pakistan is what I'm talking. You gave around 79 runs, both the spinners combined, in Akshar and Jadeja. So I'm asking if Jadeja is not there to pick a wicket, batting wise also he's batting at number 8, then what is the utilization? Isn't it better to go in with a full-time bowler in place, at least to gives hopes of picking more wickets in the middle?
But Shashwat, you're conveniently forgetting the fact that he was the man of the series against England,
No,
and he
I'm
was
not
picking
talking
wickets then.
conveniently. No. I'm agreeing that he was picking wickets over
He was
there.
the man of the series because of the wicket slide, not because of the runs over there.
No, that's fine. But even Harshit
Yeah.
Rana was picking wickets over there. But you still wanted to go with an Arshdeep over here, right? Because of the kind of things that he gets to the tables.
But is-
Arshdeep hasn't really played so far.
No. You still wanted to start
Yeah,
with him
yeah,
ahead of
yeah.
Harshit Rana. Na? So
Okay,
you're not-
that's the thing you're asking.
You're not
Okay,
studying
okay.
the game as per
Okay.
what the stats are showing is what I'm saying.
But is Jadeja's place in question over here?
I'm saying that why not go with a full-time bowler when the role is not to pick wickets? If Jadeja isn't picking those many
Who
wickets,
said the role is not to pick wickets?
Then-
Everyone who bowls.
everyone is wanting to pick wickets.
Of course,
That I'm understanding,
you
but he's
bowl-
not able to. If what will you do in the middle overs? You're not. If you see again, till now you've had Bangladesh, Pakistan, who were not giving wickets in the middle overs, but also not scoring runs.
And
That's why you
Ashwin
didn't come to know.
and Ashwin was never right up there in terms of wickets in the IPL also. But why was he always?
IPL, that's T20 cricket.
But
Their
why was
containing
he-
Their containing is absolutely.
And so
required.
is over here. If like
But
he
till
said,
when can you
the-
contain?
the
Till when
bowler-
will you contain? At some point, the batters will go after you, no?
So they can go after
In
your
T20
wicket taking
cricket, you
bowler
can
also. No?
contain
The one
T20
you're labeling
cricket.
as wicket taking, those same wicket taking bowlers were also smashed all around the park by Hendrik Klaasen in Barbados, right?
Yeah. No. Who?
Yeah. Or your Kuldeeps and all.
Aksar-
Everyone
Aksar was
getting
Aksar-
smacked that
Aksar
time.
was smashed the most over there.
Even
that
Kuldeep
day.
was smashed.
Kuldeep, I don't remember his figures in the finals.
Okay. I think maybe one last comment we can take. I think Rahul Dravid, in brackets, Vinod has a comment. You have to see the impact at 5 and 6, but not average. KL played only 1 impact innings versus Australia in World Cup. What is UV Raina's average? If it's just average, let AI select them. He chokes in knockouts. Let's be honest. I think I'm not really going to go much into all of this, because if you're just talking about the impact innings, I think we conveniently forget, the 20s, 30s or the 40 odd that he played in the World Cup also. I don't know if that's not really an impact than what it
He
is.
told you the impact innings, huh?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Rahul Dravid.
That's just according to him, 97 was the
Australia,
only impact
Australia,
innings.
yeah.
Yeah. But in a few matches, even if India were batting first, even if you have gotten off to a great start, you did require a good finish, and that's what it did in a few matches. I think it's just maybe the convenience that usually comes in, nothing more or nothing less than that. We can obviously differ on that perspective, but on that note, I think shall we?
There's a super chat.
Yeah. Okay, Sarthak Arya is saying that with no recency bias, I feel Kuldeep should be preferred over Varun Chakravarti. Varun would not be if as effective if India bowl first. Just his prediction.
I haven't gotten the opportunity to say this yet, but I don't think I am playing Varun ahead of Kuldeep.
So you're going with the same team or?
I am not going. So I actually have a strong feeling that India are going to be playing the same team that they played against New Zealand. But if they were to get in another or get back the pacer that they decided to rest for this particular match, then I think the one player who for me should be making his way out of the team should be Varun Chakravarti. Impressive, everything, yes, England series keeping in mind, but I think Kuldeep, and maybe this is a bit about experience more than seniority over here, and it's not like Kuldeep is any mug with the ball. We know that he too has a bit of mystery around him, and he on good days can be unplayable as well. He gets me wickets in the middle overs. I'm pretty happy with him.
Yeah. But the only thing then, aren't you going back to the same problem that you had in the first two games of not able to pick wickets in the middle overs? That's the and here Australia.
But here,
how do we know what they?
But all
do?
spinners. Now you took 9. You took 9 wickets. 9 wickets were taken by spinners. So it's not like it was only Varun picking up wickets.
Were from more than half.
Yeah, half.
More than half.
Half.
9, na? 5.
Out of the 10 wickets, 5.
10,
yeah, 5 he took, and your remaining 4 went to other spinners. So yeah, it's not like the others can't take wickets. The others too can take wickets. So I don't see that being a problem. Wicket taking, it may not have happened in the first 2 matches, but that's for no reason for me to believe it can't happen again. Because it was probably a first or maybe 2 instances in recent memory. The entirety of the World Cup, you were picking wickets in the middle overs, weren't you?
But there you were playing more bowling options in that sense.
But after a point you were playing just 5 bowling options also.
But all
after Hardik got injured,
all full 5 bowlers, none of them all rounders.
AXAR was there, Jadeja was there.
AXAR wasn't.
Jadeja was there.
Jadeja
Yeah.
was there, yeah.
2023. Yeah. AXAR was injured prior to the tournament. Yeah. I think that's about it. Okay. Shashwat?
Yeah, take.
You take?
I can't specs, na?
Pranit Datta. Shashwat and his biases, if it was left to him, KL and Jaddu will never play for India. Don't change a winning combination. Jadeja is part of that winning combination.
Yeah, keep playing him. I didn't say drop him. I'm saying then go with the same team. It's better
But you're
to go
saying
with
drop.
the same. If you have to get in a fast bowler, then it's Jadeja who should be going out first in place of Varun Chakravarti.
I can't imagine my 11 without Jadeja.
Yeah. True. Okay. On that note.
Yeah, we've taken all comments. Let's see now. We're just about, as Gulati had earlier said, we're a sleep away now from India versus Australia. It's the rematch of the 2023 World Cup final. Also the first time that the two teams are meeting in the ODI format since the 19th of November. But so much has changed. It's not the same Australia you're going to be playing. I think we did predictions. Gulati clearly said India winning.
India.
Sarshwat, for you?
51-49 in favor of India. But it's going to be very close.
Okay. So India winning?
Yeah, in favor of India.
Okay. I'm going to go a little more in favor of India in terms of percentages. I'm going 60-40. And I hope it is a match in which India do beat Australia, like I said yesterday, black and blue. Because if against this team you're challenged and it becomes a 51-49 situation, then I'm worried. I'm just worried. Yes, it's their batting you need to have plans for, but the bowling, look at the runs that they conceded in the one match that they properly played as well, and the other got washed out. But you have to be making a statement tomorrow against a familiar foe. So that's our preview for the match between India and Australia. In case you're joining us right now, we tried touching upon what is it that the Indian team needs to do or doesn't need to do. Everything's going fine, and how is it that the Australian team can challenge the Indian team. So do go ahead, check out the entire discussion. Plenty of other reports from Dubai and what's making the news in the sports universe. All of that here on Sports Today. Check all those videos out. For now, Shashwat, Siddharth Gulati and Harshita Ahuja saying bye-bye to all of you.